All right, welcome to the LeRoy Earl pre-show. And we're going to go live on the Strange Label right now. It may be, just so you know,
the most boring show you've ever heard.
It may be a little longer intro than what you're used to, just so you're ready. Just so you're ready.
Yeah, I'm totally ready. How long are you thinking?
I don't know.
Like 7 minutes?
Might be. Right in that
We're only
neighborhood.
doing a 5-minute show and we're out.
Right. Okay, here we are. We're going live on, let me get this mouse where I need it, live on Strange Label right now. Previously on the LeRoy and Earl show.
What'd you say it was, a Chihuahua? Those things are like little pit bulls, man.
She's actually super chill because she's all white. She's mostly deaf. And so she just like lays around all day and like chills out.
She's deaf because she's all white? That doesn't make sense.
It's this weird thing. So mostly white cats have a problem with their vision. Mostly white dogs tend to have a problem with their hearing. Not always, but
what do white people have problems with?
Black people.
They can't jump.
Oh, God. That was racist, dude.
Sorry.
I don't know if you heard him, but that was racist. It was funny, but that was racist, man.
Guess what, Shiftheads? It's time for the LeRoy and Earl show.
You're listening to the LeRoy and Earl show.
To the LeRoy and Earl show.
LeRoyandEarl.com.
Oh, yeah, there I am. I can hear myself now. And I am a rat.
What again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more damn time.
Wow!
Am I the only one thinking with his dick? Are you kidding me?
ask you something. Would you bang her?
I love Ricky Dixon.
Boy, oh boy, there's always one.
And I am a rat.
Son of a bitch!
Her ass makes me furious. You are a racist.
Previously on the LeRoy Earl show. We are doing a show next week, and then the week
I
after.
should have told you that before you went ahead and booked all these guests
Yes.
without asking anybody.
Oh my God. Please don't get me started on that. Mister, I don't want to do a show unless we have guests.
I'm just
As soon as I get
I'm just
1,000
saying, your
guests,
point- your
I don't
point
want
was
to do a
like-
show with guests.
You're
I don't
saying-
want to do a show with guests.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You sound.
All right, welcome to the LeRoy and Earl show. I'm LeRoy. You okay?
I can't hear myself. I'm Earl.
Well, turn yourself up.
Can you, did you guys hear me?
I heard you.
If you didn't hear me, don't call in.
Don't call in. This is the LeRoy and Earl show. It's the Adult Cartoon Podcast. And hello, Tuna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You
Just
know what?
bushed her out of the intro.
I did. She was looking at me like, go ahead with the show. So, you know, just trying to.
Like, go ahead and introduce me.
Why don't you turn yourself up a little bit?
You can't hear me? Just
Can't
say
hear
it.
you. I
Why
can't
is
hear
it
you.
so quiet? I don't even think it was that quiet before.
I didn't mess with anything. I had on
You're
the
a
soundboard.
liar. You're a
I
liar.
really didn't.
Sack.
I haven't done a single thing in
Your
this studio
sack.
since.
Your sack is all a lie.
I haven't done a single thing in this studio
Tuna?
since
Yes,
The
sir.
boobular tuna?
Boobular.
Yeah, get it? Like tubular, but boobular.
Tubular. Okay.
Men are tubular with their wieners, and
Chicks are
ladies are
boobular.
boobular.
That's
with their
that
boobs.
is
That's new.
genius. That's genius. Tuna, how are you?
I'm great.
So anyway, this is the Adult Cartoon Podcast. You can reach us at 330-474-9833, and you can talk to us out there. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff, I believe. I'm so glad we don't have a guest. I'm so glad we don't have a guest, because we got too much to talk about to even get it done in an hour. So you're listening to us on the Strange Label Podcast Network, strangelabel.com. Again, I'm LeRoy, and with my cohort Earl and his Earl friend Tuna, we do what's known as the Adult Cartoon Podcast. And I don't know. I was thinking about. Go ahead.
What was you thinking about?
I was thinking about saving this first topic for last. But
Well, we don't know what it is, so we can't join in on your inside.
I think you know what it is. Our text message yesterday. Was it yesterday or today?
Today.
Is it a private matter?
No. Hell, that's not private. That's for all the Shiftheads to know. Is this... I'm going to come right on and ask it. Is this it?
Oh.
Is this the
I
last...
thought you were talking about something else. I was like,
What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know. No, Earl's not pregnant.
Earl is not pregnant.
I don't think we should talk about that right now. Let's not get all negative right away.
Well,
Let's not make the last show,
Okay, it doesn't have to be negative. It can be very positive, actually. So anyway...
See what I mean?
What?
He just said it could be positive. He wants to quit the show.
I don't want to quit.
Why does this thing you keep turning me down, don't you?
I can't turn you
keep
down.
turning me down.
I can't turn you down.
Because I'm like,
I don't have the...
is this thing cutting in and out?
No.
Angle it more.
I think you
toward your face.
normally... Yeah, I think you normally... I think you normally...
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
you're normal...
You think I'm normal?
I think you normally are closer to the mic than you are right now. Like you normally have it facing you like this instead of up in the air. Because that mic, you need to speak into the top of it.
I just turned it, if you notice. Oh, right there is the prime spot.
And someone would wonder why we'd want to not do this anymore.
Well, what do we have on the agenda for tonight?
Okay, well, first...
Not all this negative
The first
shit.
thing I want to talk about is our Shifthead hangout. It was like a month ago now, because we took 2 weeks off. We had a regularly scheduled week off, and then we decided
Feels like yesterday.
Decided to bail on the... well, we should have not scheduled a show the night before Thanksgiving. You know, there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had a Shifthead hangout. We had a great time. Shifthead Tom was there.
Tom.
He threw up on the way home in my car.
I threw
Are
up
you
when I got
serious?
home, too.
Yeah, he had a bag, though, luckily. He was getting ready to throw up as we were getting in the car. So my lovely, sober wife grabbed 2 bags, double bag, gave it to him, and he hurled all the way. And I laughed so hard at him because I was really drunk. So, and I even put on the show, right? I put on the show, and my wife's like, stop. If you make him laugh, he's going to throw up more. And I'm like, yeah.
Did you record it?
He's back. No, I wasn't sober enough to think of that. That would have been great. He's back there just in the bag. And the funniest thing is when we got to his house, he gets out and he's got this bag in his hand and he goes, "It's my 2-pound baby boy."
So weird.
So that was Shifthead Tom. And also, Dr. Brown was there.
Yes.
And Dildano.
Dr. Brown's lovely wife
Dr.
and
Brown's
their friends.
lovely wife and their lovely friends.
Yes.
Dildana was there.
Dildano was there. He drove all the way up from Florida? Or no, Newcomerstown.
Yeah, it's an old place.
Yeah, wasn't sure where he was at this point. But I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I mean, it was a little crazy with the tap house, 69 Taps, being closed. And we had to go somewhere else.
Anonymous Ryan was there.
Anon, sorry. I forgot about
Anon
Anon.
was there.
Anon. And
Who else was there?
I think that was it. Dr. Brown had some friends.
Yeah, he had
friends.
more friends than we did.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing someone.
Well, I'm thinking of that picture that I had up. It was, Anon, Dr. Brown, Dildano, Shifthead Tom, me, you, my wife.
Dave.
Face of Dave was not there.
What? I thought he was there.
He
Son
was-
of a bitch.
Who was that one guy that was with Joel? I thought that was Face of Dave.
Maybe it was him.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I kept calling him Face of Dave.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got pretty drunk that night, but it was the perfect amount. I didn't get sick and wasn't really hungover, but I was drunk.
Did I even drink?
You had a couple.
Did you drink?
I partied so hard I puked.
No.
No,
She
I
really was tossing them up.
I didn't have anything to drink, but I had a headache that turned into a migraine.
Oh, that sucks.
And we pulled into the driveway. I was driving Anonymous's
car, pulled into the driveway, and I had to run to the bathroom. I
heard her.
tossed my cookies. It was bad. Really bad.
It sucks when you have to puke, but you don't get the drinking and
she
the
didn't
drunk
drink.
part with it. Yeah.
We're like twins. Like I drink myself to death, and she feels it.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Michelle wanted to know what that song in the intro was called.
That was by a band called Alien Weaponry, and the song was called Kai Tangata. It's they're weird.
You like it?
Yes.
I have no idea what language
yes,
that is, but
she has good taste.
I looked up that album, and it's a mix of English and some kind of made-up language.
Are all the songs 7 minutes long?
They're all pretty long, yeah. Epic songs. So that unusually long intro that we played was at Earl's request because he wanted me to play that song on the show, and I hadn't got to it yet.
Yeah, that's why we're quitting.
And I was going to play it, but I hadn't got to it yet.
He only thinks about this kind of stuff when it's really hitting him in the junk. When we threaten to quit.
You know what? I after that text string today, I'm sure that was today. It seemed like it was yesterday.
It was this morning.
Okay.
It all seems like yesterday.
After that text string.
The what ring?
Text string. After the texting, which maybe we should read it.
I thought you said cock ring.
Maybe we should.
Not right now. I don't want to get all negative.
But anyway, I realized that this show, you and I, and now you're involved now. It's like parents that want to get divorced, but they want to. We got a call coming in. It's all you, Earl.
Is that me?
That's all you, buddy. Do you know how to do it?
Oh, almost hit the wrong one. Welcome to the LeRoy and Earl Show. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
How's it going, comrades?
Hey, Face of Dave. Haven't seen you since the party.
Yep, it's Dave. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today, man?
Pretty good. I just wanted to call in and help spread my socialist agenda.
Okay. What do you got to plug? What's going on?
Not too much. How you guys doing? I don't ever get to listen live, so I don't know what you guys are talking about before I called.
We were talking about breaking up, splitting up, quitting the show.
Quitting the show.
Do you have
I
any
feel like every
opinions
week
on
you guys
that?
having technical problems.
No technical problems. Now that we got everything squared away, we want to quit.
Right. It's usually the MO of this show.
Yeah, we don't have nothing else
I get
to do.
it.
We get bored with it.
Leroy quits Twitter every week, and then Earl tries to quit the show every other week. So I get it.
Well, what's your opinion? I mean, should we call it quits? Would you be okay? Would you survive if we quit?
I would live. I wouldn't like it, but I don't like it anyway. So.
The show or living?
No, living. No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys to quit. I listen every week.
Huh.
Me and 4 other people would be
That's
very
4.
upset.
Yeah, that's 4.
Now, have you, Face of Dave, have you shared our show with anybody?
I try. Every other week or so, I link an episode, be it mine or Vixen's or the Cluster F that was Justin Staggs. I put that one up there sometimes.
All right. How's your week going?
Pretty good. Pretty good so far.
All right. You getting
I
ready
knew
for
you guys
that?
didn't have a guest today, so I wanted to try to call in.
Oh, you're our guest. How did your holiday go? How was Thanksgiving?
It went really well. Super busy with 2 kids. It's like running around to 2 houses.
Hey, that's something to be thankful for.
It is.
Definitely.
Yes. How is the health of your children?
Oh, they're doing great. They're doing wonderful.
I really feel like I feel a connection with you, and I feel like we've contributed $58 to the health of your children.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah, you definitely did.
Thanks to that $58, he was able to get that surgery he needed.
The conveniently priced surgery, $58.
They won't even let you in the hospital for $58.
Right. You're not even allowed to call
Yeah, you
him
can't
for
even.
that
You could
much.
barely park for a week.
Right.
$58.
Right. Well, Dave, Earl and Tuna do not follow us on Twitter, so he doesn't.
Tuna
know,
follows me on Twitter.
I do.
but I don't think they know about our little conversation.
Definitely
earlier.
not.
Oh.
Did I miss
Well,
something?
which one? The fact that you're okay with shooting chemical weapons into a sovereign nation?
Yeah, that one.
Or that I was making fun of plumbers?
No, the one about, it started off with Alyssa Milano, super, super hot Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, she's
right?
cute.
She put out this post against, anti-Trump because of what happened.
What happened?
You know what happened on, was it Friday or Saturday? I don't
Oh,
know
they
what it
tear
was.
gas.
Yeah, tear gas.
Innocent victims.
And she said, basically just, Trump, you're an asshole. I can't believe you did this on Thanksgiving weekend even. I should have had this ready to bring up here.
Should have fired turkeys at him. That would be cool.
Well,
oh, jeez.
So
yeah, can't believe you did this on Thanksgiving weekend, on a weekend that they don't celebrate, a holiday they don't celebrate.
That was my first, thing.
And they had to be assholes and raid our border on Thanksgiving weekend.
Right.
They didn't take into consideration the people that.
You're fucking crazy.
Right. Okay. Before we get started here, Dave, let me I'll read her tweet. It says, "You tear gassed women and children, asswipe. And on Thanksgiving weekend, you piece of shit, asshole, motherfucking evil creature person." Now, that's Alyssa Milano to Donald Trump, of course. And I just threw out the tweet. Those people don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so it's fine. Jeez. Right?
That's the second time someone said that.
And yeah, I said it first. So
no, you did.
sorry.
I'm not taking credit. I'm on your side. We're going to have to join together to beat Dave.
Okay. So Dave comes back with, "Using tear gas that is illegal in war on refugees is fucked up, though." Okay.
Illegal in war?
Though.
Okay, now here's where Dave got
Wait.
me.
Is Dave a military guy?
I have military friends, but I know
so
I'm
he gets benefits
patriot and a socialist.
So you get VA benefits and
No, I don't think he does. So, but I'm gonna give Dave kudos here, okay? Because my first thing was, exact reaction you had. How is tear gas illegal in war? Is that in the Geneva Convention? It's not even lethal, right? So Dave says, "I'm not fucking Googling for you," which was it was just ripped my heart out. You know, I mean, just
See,
threw
Dave
it on.
gets offended.
I know.
That's a total liberal
I know.
reaction,
right,
isn't it?
Right. And in Dave's defense, he did DM me. You know, it's like, "Hey, man, I did."
Apologize.
Apologize. Which, dude, you could say whatever you want on here, and there's no way. And I said with my bravado, "We don't need to Google it." And then you know what I did?
You Googled
it. And
you Googled it and found out it's illegal to use chemical weapons in warfare.
He's right. They consider CS gas a chemical weapon, just like any other chemical weapon.
So it's okay to use them on your own people.
Yes. It's actually...
No, it's not, though.
Yes, it is. They do it all the time.
Right. It actually
I've been CS'd more than once.
It is actually legal in the United States for the police to use tear gas.
And first of all, it's not going to harm you, so just all you have to do is run away from the gas. It's not like it sticks with you.
Right. It's CS gas is not lethal, period.
Right.
But Dave was right. It is in the Geneva Convention. It has been many. It's only because
Trump made an executive order.
That's
and
right.
sent some tear gas
It's only because they consider it a chemical weapon, just like all the others. So anyway, so he got me on that one, and when I said I don't need to Google
you guys are my only conservative friends that I have left.
Really?
Because you guys are nice about it. So I brought it to a point.
So if you could try to do that too, would be awesome. That's the problem. That's why liberals aren't getting anywhere, because they're too emotional about it. Like just open up a conversation. You know, don't flip out when we don't agree.
That's usually what I do. Is I'll open a conversation, someone will curse at me, and then I'll be like, "All right, you're dead to me then."
Well, here's the thing, Dave. I guess Earl and I guess we would be considered conservatives if we had to be labeled, but we're really very
we don't label ourselves.
We're very middle of the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I wouldn't listen if I thought you guys were like racist pieces of shit.
Which is a conservative a racist? Are you labeling conservatives racist?
You are a racist.
No, I'm labeling far right wing as racist.
Oh, you mean far right wing? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
White wing.
White wing?
No, and the same with left. You know what I mean? The only ones that are getting attention in the media is the far left and the far right.
Yeah,
everybody in the middle is just working to keep everybody able to talk shit on the news.
The big problem with everything that happens in America. We'll take this news story about the immigrants being tear gassed. We've been hearing about this caravan for how long now? Months, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, none of us, no one, me, not you, not Dave, do any of us know the real story?
Well, no, nobody knows the whole thing.
Outside of my brain, I don't know what's
you need to let them seek asylum so you could find out the real story.
No, I don't think we do, Dave.
Why?
That's. See, I consider myself not a conservative, not a liberal, not progressive. I consider myself a realist.
Non-denominational.
I'm a realist.
Yeah, a realist. Yeah.
So I'm going to take this opportunity talking to someone who considers themselves liberal. Dave, I am okay. Yep. I think the government should set up a program to where everyone that wants to come in the country, and part of the thing that people are bitching about now is it takes too long, right? The process,
to do it illegal.
Right, the process is too long, which we all know. We all know government processes are ridiculously long.
Yeah.
So we could make this process much quicker and easier if everyone like Dave, who thinks that those people should come here, Dave, you'll need to sign up and give all your information to the government, and then they will assign you a family to come live with you for an undetermined amount of time.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Is that okay?
No, first off, there are more empty houses in the country than there are homeless people. So what you're saying, it's not based in statistics.
Okay.
I would let someone live with me if I had room in my house, but I don't.
That's not the point. Those empty houses are condemned.
Yeah. What empty
That's
houses?
not true.
What empty houses?
He's talking about vacant houses, but that's
abused, like foreclosed houses and abandoned homes. There are more of those that aren't condemned.
Somebody owns those abandoned houses.
That's true.
Than there are
That's
homeless
true.
people in the country already.
Dave,
there's room for people. We have the room. America's very big.
You're probably very much right. Right across the street from me, the house that's across from me has been abandoned for almost 4 years. And I live in a very, what would you say? It's very suburban. I'm not in the city. I'm not in the country. But anyway.
In a Breaking Bad kind of way. Yeah.
But anyway, that house it's owned by Medicaid at this point because the old man that lived there was in a nursing home for years.
Right.
So I understand what you're saying, Dave, but now if you've taken that concept and mixing it with immigration, now you've made it even more difficult with more red tape. Why do you think these people should be allowed to come in our country?
I think they should be allowed to seek asylum. In order to seek asylum, legally speaking, they have to first get into the country. And that's not easy to do if you're tear gassing children.
No shit, that's the point.
But seeking asylum is a legal process that we already have. It's just they're not letting them do it.
This story is a little different, right? Because we knew they were coming.
Crossing a border is a misdemeanor.
We knew they were coming.
It's not a federal offense. That's very important to know.
Do you believe that they were throwing rocks and being violent towards the border guards?
No, I don't.
Okay, so there's a good point, and we can have this discussion like adults. Dave doesn't believe that happened. Now it was reported to have happened, so why don't you believe it?
Yeah.
There's no film. There's no camera. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Video evidence. Thank you. Sorry.
I haven't been keeping up on this. Is there video of Trump throwing tear gas at him?
There's video of Trump throwing paper towels at Puerto Ricans. There's no tear gas Trump video. No.
Honest question though, is there a video of tear gas?
I've seen pictures of people running and then tear gas in the background.
Right.
There are pictures of that, but not Trump doing it. I'm not saying what we have is a bigger thing than what I can explain to you. We don't have the time to
because you understand
America, I guess.
Yeah, we understand.
That's the thing about liberals. They understand everything, and we don't.
Right.
So,
no.
I guess my point
not
is...
willing to give up his house.
I said we don't have the time to fix it together.
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, I ment literally on your show.
Well, yeah.
We don't have... It takes a little more than an hour.
Clock is ticking on this show. So... Let's say, for the sake of argument, that the border guards were attacked in some way. Does that change anything?
If they're attacked, first off, rocks to tear gas. There's a few steps in between pebbles and tear gas.
We're gonna.
If you're attacked, you should defend yourself. Definitely.
All right,
Tuna.
KKK. I don't know why I said that.
You are a racist.
Country is run by white supremacists. No, we got a video
Whoa,
we're gonna play here
heck.
for you.
I didn't. Nobody said that.
You got a video? Send it over
I
to
was
me.
kidding. I was accidentally saying
Okay.
Tuna's
I
name.
thought you were saying that's something I said.
No.
Because that's a thing that the right says about left a lot, that we accuse everyone of
That's
being
the
racist,
problem. You guys got to
which is
know
not
how
what
to
I'm
take a
doing.
joke. Like, listen, man, if somebody threw some tear gas in
Oh,
here
you
right
better
now,
be joking.
we would choke when we would leave the spot, but it would be funny. Like,
I don't think
people are
tear
such
gassing you would be
Nancy's. Have you
funny.
ever been hit with tear gas?
I like you too much. I think what you already did with the devil's toe was too much torture for one
It's
person.
nothing like tear gas, although tear gas is quicker.
How'd you send
You
that?
basically
Facebook.
swallowed tear gas.
Anyways, we're gonna pull up a video here. It strangely looks like people throwing rocks at border agents.
It'll take me a while. Did you send it on the shifters?
No.
I didn't quite get that.
Just play it in the background there.
I'm working on it. You know how this goes.
Well, I mean, play it where you got the hoarders, and then just use the eye thing. And
I gotta find the thing she sent me first. So keep talking
I've
about
gotten
it.
derailed, man. Listen,
Well,
you got to
no.
be open-minded. You know, to ask us to let people in our. And it's not like we're saying no, you can't come in. We just want you to come in the legal way. If liberals would say, hey, we need
That's
to
not true, though.
don't
They are
interrupt me,
trying to come in
Dave.
through a point
Don't
of entry
interrupt me.
to
You've been
to
talking.
get
You've been
asylum.
talking. This is my show, all right? You've been talking, or give me the chance to talk. That's $58 to give me a chance to talk, all right? Listen.
Got it.
Liberals, and I'm generalizing, do not compromise. You know? I mean, we should just let these people flood in? No, we're not doing that. This is our country. We're not doing that. We have laws here, and we're not doing that. And if you want to come
don't go
in,
back
there's a
300
process.
years and think about that, though. Don't think about that too
Okay,
much.
well, I wasn't here
Our
300
country.
years ago.
Jesus
I'm here
Christ.
now.
Okay, come on. We don't want to get in a big argument with
No,
Dave.
that's what we're in, man. I'm here now. I wasn't here 300 years ago. Just like I shouldn't be paying for, the fact that whites had black slaves. It has nothing to do with me. So
True. That
So
has
we
nothing
gotta
to do
live in
with
it now.
you, but it does have to do with the society that you get to benefit from, that you never need to worry about racism in real life. You don't really need to worry about getting tear gassed or deported
that's not
because
true. I've
of
been
your
tear
skin
gassed
color. I'm
twice.
just saying, you don't have to worry about those things.
Right. And neither would they if they didn't try to get into our country. Now, do you have a way to make
Speaking
it?
asylum, oh boy.
Can you put it
I,
up
I
on
like
there?
you, Earl. Don't push me.
We're pushing.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
All right, here's a video. Unfortunately, people listening to audio only won't be able to see it, but this is this what happened leading up to the tear gas? I guess.
Yeah.
It's only 12 seconds
I mean, it's
long.
happened more than once, but
All right, here we go.
can you make it big? No. That was a rock. Does he say K Tangata?
No.
That's it, huh?
Blew my eardrums out right there.
That's it, huh? That's it.
All right. Well, that was a video of people throwing rocks.
Okay, here's my thing, Dave. Why don't you believe that? So you believe that no one...
Okay, what I'm saying is I don't believe them throwing rocks is the same caliber, even if they did. Let's say, for sake of argument, they did. I still don't think they did. Let's say they did. The next step isn't tear gas.
Why?
It's
Have
not
you ever been tear
firing
gassed?
weapons into a sovereign nation, which is, if it happened to any American territory, would be considered an act of war.
Have you ever been tear gassed?
Have I been tear gassed? No, I follow law.
Okay, no, I've been tear gassed twice, and I follow the law too. But what my point is rocks are more lethal than tear gas. So if someone,
they're not.
if you walk,
insane.
yes, they are. You have
Pebbles
no,
being
you have no
thrown by
clue.
people who have barely eaten food in I don't know how long.
Rocks
it's not as deadly
are
as
more
tear gas and rubber
lethal
bullets.
than tear gas. Point blank.
That's true.
If
Dave,
you walk
that's
up
true.
to a cop and throw a rock at him and try to hit him with rocks, you're going to get shot.
Let me tell you. I want you to walk for 1,000 miles and then get tear gassed. It's a little different.
Well, I don't think they walked 1,000 miles that day.
Yeah.
No, but they have been walking.
What's your point by
and
saying
not getting treated well.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's step back a little bit. Let's think about all these. How many people were in this caravan? They said 1,000, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that. 1,000. Let's say 1,000 for easy numbers.
This seems fairly unprecedented, right? Have we ever heard of a caravan of people getting together in the mass, in that many of 1,000, and walking all that way to come into America? Has this ever happened before?
Not that I know of, but it does have to do with American policies in Honduras, which is where they're fleeing from. Basically, Reagan set up a coup to upset their government, and it worked. And now everything is bad in Honduras because of American policy.
Is there anything?
So this caravan is caused by us.
So I guess what I'm saying is, these people, it seems like they were deliberately trying to provoke something, right? Doesn't it seem that way? Am I wrong?
I mean, I can see how you see it that way. I can. But criminals don't walk thousands of miles to get away from dangerous things. People who are starving, people who are desperate do.
So do we know? Okay, I know you don't believe they threw rocks, but there's video of it. So I'm wondering, why did they even throw the rocks? Were they being attacked or something?
We don't know what happened first.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. Maybe they weren't throwing rocks and they got tear gassed, and then they decided to throw rocks in retaliation.
Yeah, so we don't know what happened first.
Fair enough.
We don't know if the video is from the same time. There's lots of things we don't know.
But I would argue that if you're trying to cross the border in the thousands, that and you get tear gassed, well, that's a chance you take.
Here's what it all comes down to for me, Dave. As someone who is kind of conservative, but I'm a real I guess I would be more of a libertarian. I think the government.
So you believe in small government?
I believe
and no intervention.
Not no intervention. No, it's not. I'm not a hardcore libertarian.
So you're not an isolationist. I got it. I'm on board.
So
keep going.
I think the government has its hand in too much stuff, but the government is there for really one purpose, and that's to protect and defend the Constitution, which is protecting and defending our borders. So
that is an interesting way of looking at it. The Constitution is the borders.
Well,
I think that we broke the Constitution by interfering in foreign governments to begin with.
Well, that's kind of a.
If it's our fault, what do we do for restitution?
Well, that's a really hard thing to prove. That's a really hard thing to say. What Reagan did in the 80s in Honduras is the reason why these people are here now. So,
how is that hard to prove? If it's only 30-something years ago.
Right, but you could say because we won World War II that, all the Germans should be able to come, or all the Jews should be able to come up. It's like, where do you draw the line? I mean.
Now, is there any other countries that can go
Well, that's getting into Israel, Palestine there, and I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to do that.
You guys are talking. We got to talk on the level that people understand, because you guys.
The Shiftheads.
Yeah.
Do we just go above the
Once you get World War II
Shiftheads?
involved, it's too
You
much.
sound like a professional politician over here.
Sorry.
My
Dave and I
question-
apologize.
Yes. I mean, is there any other countries they could have gone to? I don't understand the layout of where they're all coming from. So
Well, they can't
They're
walk
coming
to
from
Europe.
Central America, so they're coming through a bunch of very small, also war-torn, destroyed by American policy countries.
America's the best place, is what they're saying. So they
And
wouldn't.
they're coming to the land of the free, right?
Right, yeah.
Well, here's my
where you have the right to seek asylum legally.
Right, and they could.
Right?
They could seek asylum.
No, they can't though. They're getting shot by
They can't.
Border Patrol.
They can't. 1,000 people can't rush the border. That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
They're trying to take
First
the
of
border
all,
by force.
there is a better way than shooting at people.
We have a way set
There
up.
is. You can do it on more organized. You can do 100 a day. That's 10 days. They can get through
Right.
and
So
find a place
They could have stayed outside the border.
Instead of shooting at them.
You guys are going back to the, listen, let's get all this, you know what? This is not something,
I gotta take a whiz.
Yeah, go ahead. Me and Dave will talk. This isn't something a right-wing person would say. Listen, I don't care about the Constitution. It was written 100 years ago, or however many years ago.
let's say almost 300 years ago.
Okay, so it was written a while ago. Exactly. It's a little out of date. Okay, no, don't get me wrong. I'm all about fight for your rights and stuff like that. But we need to reset and use. Today the world has changed so much. We can't just base it off of the rules they made back in the Constitution. So I'm all for changing it, but you gotta open some dialogue and start agreeing a little bit. I mean, you have to it's a give and take. We need to make laws. If we need to change the laws, we understand that. But
I
let's
like
do
to
it, not just
willing
fight.
to change laws and to maybe ignore the things that slave owners wrote. It's good.
And ignore what?
I'm with you on this.
And ignore what? I'm sorry.
To start ignoring things that slave owners wrote 300 years ago. We're the only country that cares about our founding fathers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing there, right? I don't think
Yeah,
that
I'm with
there's
you on
any.
that.
I break up a lot of arguments in my day-to-day routine, and the way they keep going is people try to say something offensive about another group, and they just continue to do that. Like, there's no reason, when the situation's de-escalated, there's no reason to say slave owners, slave, you know what I mean? Because you're offending
but
some
that's
group.
what they were. I mean, it's not,
all
I'm
of
not
them.
making something up.
And we could say that there's the same people that fought for slaves' freedom, you know what I mean? So my point is,
but our first, I mean, we have slave owners on money still.
Right. We need a little bit of
Canada
verbal
got
judo.
rid of that.
If
they
you want to
put
get your point
civil
across,
rights activists on their money.
Yeah, you need
because
a
they
little
don't
bit
want
of
to be
verbal
thought about
judo.
as
You
people
need
who
to
own
calm
slaves anymore.
down and not be so offensive, because you offend people when we're trying to say, hey, let's meet in the middle here.
Dave's offending you?
I'm just saying, the way he's coming off sometimes, like, let's get rid of the rules that the slave owners wrote.
You said you weren't for the Constitution. I'm using your words, my friend. I love you to death.
Yes, I know.
But
I love you too, Dave.
what you said was we shouldn't use the Constitution. We should reset.
Yeah.
And I agree.
And
Maybe
I'm not
300
saying
years
everything
ago,
in the
a bunch
Constitution
of white
is
slave
shit.
owners didn't have the best foresight about the world.
So, I don't think Dave's being offensive at all, to be honest with you.
Well, you weren't here for that. But just some of the things he says, like he takes a defensive position, and then it comes out with feeling.
Dave is strikes me as a very humanitarian, caring kind of person, and
Definitely.
a lot of people.
He strikes me as a politician.
On the liberal side, are very caring. Now, in my opinion, from what I've viewed, I believe that the powers that be use that big heart that Dave has to take advantage of his
Very well said.
and to. Here's the thing that really bothers me, okay? And it bothered me all through the Obama administration. And I didn't vote for Obama because I felt he was too liberal. But it sickens me when all I see is one side of the aisle. They don't care anything about the country. All they care about is tearing down whoever's in charge.
Can I step in just
Sure.
real quick?
Sure.
The calling Obama liberal is insane to me. He used drone strikes more than George W. Bush did. Nobody would call Bush a liberal. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
His policies were liberal. I'm not. I mean,
I disagree.
You know what? I think Obama was a really good president.
I don't.
He was okay.
I think he was a decent president. I think he carried himself well, but his basic policies were more on the liberal side. But he did what he needed to do.
I think his heart was in the right place.
My problem, what I'm saying is,
all right, guys. I have to go. I apologize. I love
bullshit.
you.
Great.
Bullshit.
That's great.
That's it. I'm hanging up on this guy.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
I got it. Let's take a break.
I gotta go.
Let's take a break.
All right, we're gonna take a break in.
Calm down.
Wow, I'll come up with this. I gotta get a good song here. It's gotta be good.
Play that Tangata.
I'm not playing that song again.
You were supposed to play the whole thing.
I did play I played a 7-minute
constant
intro.
loop through the whole show.
Nobody wants to hear that over and over and over again.
Hey.
Although it is a long enough song.
Can we not talk about politics when we come back?
Yeah, we're not. That's why I'm leaving right now.
Yeah, we can.
Michelle wants to know if there's any fun on the show.
Oh,
so
the fun's coming.
Yeah, Michelle, that's why we're going to take a break, cool down, do a couple bumps, and come back and have some fun.
Couple bumps. All right, we will be back in just about 3 minutes and 53 seconds. This is the LeRoy Earl Show.
LeRoyandEarl.com.
Hello, this is Andrew WK, and you're listening to Strange Label. Time to party.
Don't do that. Damn it. All right, welcome back. Did he mute you guys? I don't know why he does that. I don't know why he does that. There's no reason to do that. Earl. She doesn't know how to unmute that, and you don't need to mute that when you go to break.
Hello?
There you go. All right, we're back. This is the LeRoy Earl Show. I'm LeRoy.
I'm Tuna.
And Earl's not back because, 4 minutes. He wanted a 7-minute break. So it was 4 minutes. That's all right. So you want to talk about that? I got something else queued up. So this is the Adult Cartoon Podcast. We're live almost every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Strange Label Podcast Network. Thanks, Dave, for calling in. Thanks for your opposite side of the view there. I thought it was pretty good. You know what I mean? He's a really liberal guy.
Dave has a big heart.
He does.
Earl is very practical, and those two things don't always jive.
I think
I still love him.
I've always felt like that liberals, not politicians now, I'm talking about just average Joes like Dave, liberal, they are very caring, big-hearted people, and they want everyone to be happy, and they want everyone to be safe and sound and have a great life like them or whatever. But I've always felt like a practical conservative. That's just not reality. It's not reality. Everybody can't live in America.
It would be great if it was reality.
It would be, the whole socialist utopia thing would be great. And I think Jesus, that was his deal. Jesus was the ultimate socialist, really. He taught love, and everyone's included, and everyone be a part of the group. But guess what? Humans are animals. We're just animals that have evolved to the point where we're sentient, and we can do these kind of things and build cars and houses and make podcasts and stuff, but we're still just animals, and it's just, we'll see here in a minute when I show the death of Rick Grimes. On the Earl's wanted
He's going to love it.
He wanted to see it really bad, so I've got it queued up. And isn't it weird listening to the show when you take your headphones off? When I went to the bathroom.
About it, actually.
He doesn't give a shit.
No, I didn't think about it.
Where's Earl?
I was actually listening to your...
I didn't even think about it, actually.
Who was that?
That's just proof right there that I didn't think about it, because I didn't think about it.
When I took a whiz and you were arguing with Dave, I'm in the bathroom and I hear you yelling. You were yelling, like at the top of your lungs.
That's because my mic is
in your
turned
normal
so
voice.
far down.
No, you were just mad. You were just.
It does make me mad, but you know what? The biggest part that makes me mad is people aren't willing to compromise. Listen, we got to compromise.
Well, that's kind of what we were just talking about. Guys like Dave, they just have a big heart and they want everyone to be happy and they want to help everyone, and that's. Those are the kind of people that. Those are the kind of people that are doctors and nurses, and they're the people we need. But I saw a meme today that really sums it up. There are men who are opposed to violence, and they are protected by those who are not.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it goes.
That's exactly what it is.
I feel bad. I feel bad for those people that were born in Honduras. It's shitty that's where they were born. It's too bad they weren't born in America and have all the advantages we have. But there are 9 billion people on this planet, and guess what? They all can't live in America. Right?
Well, I'm just curious. I don't know a whole lot about Honduras, but why can't these same people band together and overthrow their government?
I'm sure Reagan did something to make that impossible.
Well,
so let's stop talking.
I don't want to talk politics, and I agree with him. And no harm. I'm glad he came on here and showed his view. We don't always have to agree, and I think that's the only way we're going to get anywhere is if we compromise. Which means you have to let the other side do something you don't feel is right, and vice versa. You got to meet in the middle. And then don't tell me you're going to ruin it by playing The Walking. Oh, is it?
I've got something special for you, buddy.
Is it something that's going to make me happy?
It is. This is going to make you happy. And I'm going to why am I
We're taking a break?
Yeah. I'm going to apologize right now for those that are listening on the audio. I'm going to play a video clip that Earl has been waiting for years to see, and that's the death of Rick Grimes.
Can you make it big? I was talking to you.
Where's the audio? There it is. Okay. He's on a bridge. I'm gonna sum this up for you. He's on a bridge, and the Walker herd is heading for his friends, and he's got to blow the bridge. And just so happens there's a bunch of dynamite on the bridge, that
just so happens.
He just saw fall out of the thing.
Is
So
that
Rick,
a crossbow?
Rick has to make a choice. His friends or himself. What will he do?
Wait, Michelle's saying he doesn't actually die.
Tell Michelle to keep her effing mouth shut. He does die.
Michonne should take over.
Watch what he does. The Walking Dead. The death of Rick Grimes.
I found him.
Does it show him die? Because I can see him coming back.
The moment Earl has been waiting for years.
Does it show his
There's
corpse?
There's no way you survive that.
I want to see his corpse.
There's no way you survive that.
They took my only joy of this whole
Did you see Osama bin Laden's corpse?
Yeah, I saw
No,
it.
you
I
did
saw
not.
a picture of it.
No, you didn't. No one did.
Yeah, they wrapped him up and threw him into a lake.
The ocean.
What I'm saying is they left a cliffhanger there. He could have been off in the distance or got...
Look at all those burning walkers falling in the water.
Right.
That's great.
It threw me into the water. Damn it, I want him to be dead for real.
Well, I'm not sure how much longer this
Well,
clip
hopefully
is.
he's really dead, and I think that they could definitely go on without him and might get more views, more viewers.
Well, I got bad news for you.
It's
He's
the
not
last
dead.
season. He's not?
Nope.
They did it.
I could let it play, but they basically show him laying on the bank of the river, and a helicopter comes down, and they put him on the helicopter and take him away.
God, it never ends.
Okay,
Oh my
here's
God.
now. I've been watching the show. I'm still kind of a fan,
Feel sorry for you.
right? But I'm more of a fan now, like I'm watching a train wreck and I can't look away, type deal. So Rick's gone now. They took him out of the episode, and what they did in this very episode, at the very end, they fast forwarded 3 years. Boom, 3 years in the future, and then that's where the story has gone for the next, I don't know, it's 5 or 6 episodes till the mid-season finale was
They
last
took
Sunday.
him out?
You know, he's been out of it for the last 6 episodes. Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's
Why
done.
did they take him out? Was it a...
I'm sure as an actor, he's like, hey, this show's tanking. I want out of here. Because Maggie, they got rid of her too. They just made her mysteriously disappear.
Maggie was gone for a long time, wasn't she?
No.
Was that Glenn's wife?
Wife, yeah. No, she wasn't gone. She
I was
running,
happy. I was glad when they killed off Glenn.
She was running the hilltop, and it's funny. It's like the thing that was killing the show was that they were just dragging on and dragging on. They were taking forever to make things happen, and then all of a sudden they decide, when they find out that's why people like the show, they fast forward 3 years. And
They're like, wait, what just happened?
And they actually, I'm going to tell you this because you don't like the show and you don't watch it. Spoiler alert for anyone who's listening right now who hasn't watched the mid-season finale. They actually came up with a really cool concept that would have been great if they had come up with it before. The group was, which I said, they fast forwarded 3 years, so it was all different characters and a bunch of different people, but some of the same people. I don't know if you remember Jesus. If you watched the guy named Jesus.
Yeah, I remember.
So anyway, they were trapped by these walkers, and previously, before that, the walkers were chasing Rosita and I can't remember his name, the geek guy with the mullet haircut.
Glenn.
No.
Oh, the geek guy. Yeah.
Stanley.
No, it wasn't Stanley.
I've never watched the show. I have no idea.
So anyway, they were hiding from the walkers, and they could hear the walkers talking. And the walkers were acting weird, and they thought they were evolving and becoming more intelligent, right? So this very
Eugene.
Eugene, yes. So you have watched it.
No, Michelle told me.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. So anyway, hopefully Michelle's seen this because it's going to be a spoiler alert. So the very last scene, they're in the cemetery at night. It's all foggy, and they're getting trapped by the walkers. And Jesus has got his sword, and he's just slicing away and cutting heads off. You know how the walkers just walk into it.
Yeah.
And he finally, the last scene he comes down to, he swings his sword, and the walker ducks and comes up with a knife and stabs him. Right?
Really?
So then the other people are freaking out, and they kill this walker. And then they find out it's just a regular living human who had actually taken Walker's skin and made a mask out of it.
Why didn't he say something?
We didn't want him to know he wasn't a walker.
Why?
But anyway, it was it was an awesome scene to watch.
Oh, he was walking among the walkers.
Yeah, so there's humans in the walkers and guiding the walkers, the herds, and it was just such a cool scene after all these years of watching walkers getting just killed.
They did that early on. They did that to get out of the farm. Michelle did.
They put blood on them.
Right.
Right. So what I'm saying, but these people went a step further and they like made complete masks out of them. Like they took a walker's face and peeled the skin and put it on their face. So anyway, The Walking Dead is like a train wreck. It went from one of the greatest shows ever to one of the worst shows ever.
Yeah, like their problem was, and that's why I couldn't keep up, is because, you know, that helicopter ride might have actually been 35 minutes long, and like, Rick just like, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
Well,
that's all he says, nothing happens.
They had too many storylines going at once and dragging them all out.
Right.
They drug them out too far.
That might be okay if you binge watch the whole thing, but trying to come back week after week when you're ADD and you don't remember who's dead, or how they died.
Right.
It's like you said, Maggie. I'm like, Maggie's been dead for years.
No, she hasn't. I don't know why you even thought that. But anyway, and Negan, you know, one of our great.
I got my fingers crossed for a little freaky deaky.
They actually put him in prison. They had a chance. They had a chance to kill him. Rick could have killed him, but he decided that we were going to be a more like Dave would do. Dave would say we're going to have a more civilized society. We're not going to kill. We're not going to kill Negan. We're going to put him in prison. We're going to put him in a little jail and take care of him for the next 50 years.
So feel sorry for someone who doesn't feel sorry for anybody.
Right. And of course, Maggie and Daryl were very opposed to this. They wanted Negan dead. Maggie, for obvious reasons, right? Because he bashed her husband's head in right in front of her. Remember when he said, "Ooh, look at that eyeball bugging out." But anyway. So
that was a pretty good impression.
Negan escapes. Negan escapes at the end.
I don't really care about the rest of this.
I know you don't. I'm sorry. So we're done. Anyway,
that's worse than talking about politics.
This show has been brought to you and is brought to you by DiscountWheelies.com and Ohio Essentials EarlsGoingToJail.com. Oh, that's not the right.
That's not mine.
OhioEssentials.com and DiscountWheelies.com.
It's not my website.
It's not.
Literally, it's not my website.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Dang. Misunderstood. So, anyway, Tuna, do you got a sushi for tonight, or what's up with that? Sure, she's got a sushi for tonight, she says. And now, here's the sushi with Tuna.
I love sushi, yes I do. Just wanna get fish-faced with you.
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
All right.
I like that addition. So I just read a story today that I don't know, maybe it'll work, but I'm going to get you guys' opinions on this. Oakland University in Michigan, they are training faculty members to fight off school shooters. And one of the things that they are distributing to professors, faculty, and students are hockey pucks. Because the theory is that a classroom full of 30 people each throwing a hockey puck at a shooter is very disorienting.
It's excellent.
And maybe they'd be able to tackle the person or whatever.
No, Dave would probably say, no, we can't do that.
Can we look that up? Is it
we can't throw hockey pucks at people that are trying to shoot us. No, that's one of the tactics now in the run, hide, fight for active shooters is if you have to fight, you just throw everything you can at them. So if you already have something on hand like a hockey puck, which is a pretty dense, small object.
Well, it hurt, but you're not going to stop somebody with a gun.
Well, if you had 30 people throwing it at you. I mean, but the thing is, once the 30 people throw it, somebody's got to go after the gun.
Right.
Because once all the hockey pucks are thrown, now the guy's back where he
that
started.
Would make everybody be like, man, I hope we get an active shooter. I want to have
chuck a hockey puck.
I want to stone somebody to death today.
God, there's a way to die. I was thinking about that the other day. Can you imagine being stoned to death?
I seen that picture of the little girl in the ground. But anyways, yeah, hockey pucks. Only thing I'd see, though, is the way rooms are made. Like, everybody would be hitting people in the back of the heads and stuff.
Well, I mean, if the guy's at the doorway, everybody's zoned in on the doorway. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
but
likely.
you can't talk. I mean, everybody that's in the second row
Yeah.
back can't throw a straight liner at
It's true.
him without lobbing it.
Somebody up front's getting hit in the back of the head. Is what you're saying.
Right. You got to throw, duck, throw, duck, throw, duck.
Yeah. Well, you can only throw it once. Right?
No,
Throw,
I'm
duck.
saying first line of people throw, then
Right.
duck. Second line throw, then duck. Third line, they got them trained.
They're all dead by then.
Yeah, they're all dead.
They're all dead. But
That's the
hey,
stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
You know how Catholics do this? Sign of the
Yeah.
cross. It's a really good thing that Jesus wasn't stoned to death instead of being crucified, because then Catholics would have to go like this. Sorry for those that didn't see the video.
Is that it for that story, or is there more to that?
Yeah, that's basically the.
Yeah, that's
Where
silly.
was this again?
Michigan, Auburn University.
I think, well, hockey's pretty big up there. You know, like
Yes.
hockey. Hey,
Wouldn't hockey sticks be more
we can't really
appropriate?
throw a stick.
But
Well-
you can beat somebody to death with one.
The idea is that it's compact, it is heavy for its size, it's dense, and it's not classified as a weapon, so you're not prohibited from taking it in
You hear that, Dave?
any places that
You
you
hear
would
that,
be
Dave?
prohibited from carrying a gun or a knife or pepper spray.
Until the first time someone's hurt with a hockey puck, and then on the doors there'll be a picture of,
No hockey
a
pucks.
black circle with a red line through it.
Well, here's what's going to happen. Someone in metals class is going to put spikes in a
What?
metals
Oh,
class.
shop class.
Shop class is
They
going
don't
to
do
put.
that. They don't do that anymore, by the way.
They don't?
They don't have shop or home ec or nothing. No.
That's horrible. But
I know.
yeah, somebody's going to mod their hockey puck. It's going to explode on contact or spikes, which a hockey puck with spikes would mess you up. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
hit in the face with spikes with that kind of weight behind it.
Let's try that out. We have a welder at home.
I don't think we need to weld it. It just get spikes that self-tapping and screw
Oh,
'em in.
yeah. Okay.
So how was? Oh, I'm sorry. I got ADD right now.
Well, there'll be
Sorry.
certain hockey pucks that are legal and certain that you have
True.
to have a Class 3 license
Right.
for.
Or there's like a waiting period.
A
for
waiting
hockey
period.
pucks.
Yeah, you have to order,
Background
order
check.
your background, yeah. Nobody with any kind of violent history can
They
have
should
a
just
hockey
have
puck.
one of those things that shoot the tennis balls in the
With
corner
the
of
hockey pucks.
in the corner of the room. Even those tennis balls. So the active shooter comes in, if someone mans that thing.
Yeah, except
Like
for
American
Phil-
Gladiators.
Yes.
Oh, that was my favorite show.
Or they could have a gun there somewhere, and someone could shoot
No,
the shooter.
no, because we don't. That would be guns are dangerous, but
Sure.
we could put a thing like the tennis ball shooter that automatically shoots them, but with hockey pucks, right? Spiked hockey pucks, except for they go out at 3,000 feet per second.
Take his head clean off. Sorry about those kids in the front row that were killed by. All right, what else you got?
Well, I've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping, which, by the way, I am.
Not for you guys.
No. I am like 90% shopped, wrapped. The presents are under the tree. I beat my own record pretty early this
Started
year.
in August.
Basically. So I've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping, and I came across some weird Christmas gifts that I thought some of our Shiftheads might be interested in.
All right, weird Christmas kiss for Shiftheads.
The thing that caught my eye was beardaments. They're ornaments for your beard.
Really?
So I thought that would be perfect to get for LeRoy.
Although I trimmed down, so you couldn't hang anything from my beard now.
We could make it work.
Yeah.
You have anything in particular, or just?
Huh? It's just some different weird products. Like this one is an ugly sweater, ugly Christmas sweater, but it's Santa sitting on top of the chimney taking a poop.
Taking a dump down the chimney.
I could see Earl rocking
Seems
that
like a
one.
Bill Dano thing.
Hopefully
too.
that's before he goes down in there and delivers the presents.
True. Or after. He doesn't want to take a
So
dump down
hopefully
the...
before. Oh yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
after. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And the last thing, I just got stuck on this
Damn it, I stepped
website.
in my own shit.
If we have any Hidden Valley Ranch fans out there, they have come out with a whole line of Christmas gifts. Like, you know those inflatable decorations you put in front of your house? They have a giant, like 6 foot tall bottle of ranch dressing. Who the hell would... It's $150.
Did they go bad?
How much do you have to love ranch dressing to do that?
I don't know, but the thing is, that one is sold out already.
What about probably because
Because
they
they only
didn't make
had one.
any?
They only had one.
What about those 5-gallon water jugs where they have the dispenser on top, and you could do that with full of ranch dressing? Would be awesome, right?
Oh, like a big Gatorade thing, the big orange.
Yeah. But no, but they had the pump on top. That's
Oh.
Oh, like you had mayonnaise in?
Yeah.
Like you see at the restaurants with ketchup. Why don't
what?
Why are we talking about this? What's it?
Yeah, I don't know. Why are we
The
talking
Christmas
about
gift?
this?
Yeah.
Ranch dressing?
It's a whole line of.
I'll
they
tell
have
you
a-
why. Because she just looked up all these news articles.
Right now?
Right.
That's
when
it.
we
Go
just
fuck
got here.
yourself.
That's you know what? That's
What is expectorate?
see what it says. It's one-liners. Expectorate.
Yeah. Well, how is that a one? I don't even know what it means.
I don't either. I just threw it down there. That's probably been there for years. Some of this
Your
stuff.
teeth look like a Victorian hooker. I'm just looking at the
That's
Trello
for
board over
Dildano.
here.
That's for Dildano.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, so are you done?
Transgender.
Well, I guess so.
Okay, she's done. I gotta know.
Congratulations.
Thanks for the sushi
Yeah,
tuna.
they're awesome.
What?
We'll call you.
You could save the rest for the next show.
I was
You got
trying to
something
help
else?
them out with their like Christmas shopping.
Who's gonna buy a $150 thing of ranch?
Obviously, it was a blow up. It's not
Here,
actually
I got an
full
idea.
of ranch.
I've got an idea for all of you, for your loved ones, if you want to buy them something. Go buy a thing of batteries, a package of batteries, and write on it, toy not included.
If that's what you do for me, I'm gonna be
That
pissed.
is awesome.
Oh no, I would get both ways
awesome.
there.
Get the toy and the batteries. Good job.
What you doing over there, buddy?
Playing with his toy.
All
Anyway,
right.
so I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving real quick.
Why?
Okay.
I just wanted to say it was my first Thanksgiving ever where I had no extended family come over.
Sorry.
No, it's fun. It was actually great. I had a good time. Enjoyed myself with my wife
Yeah, I
and
had
kids.
a better time than normal too.
It was the first time in my 49 years.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
No, it's a little sad.
It is.
A little sad, but I guess
Well,
you had
you know,
better things to do. That's fine. It's all right.
Like work.
You had to work at the coal
Well,
mine.
here's the thing. Everybody knows I'm my Earl friend. This is Tuna over here.
Right.
Her family isn't local here, so she doesn't get to see her family all the time like I do, like every week. You know, so I was being considerate to her and will go visit her family on holidays.
And I'm being 100% honest when I said it was one of the best
But
Thanksgivings
I can
I've ever
say
had.
this. I can say this though. Her family is such that I could see us all just eating together.
Well, we're going down to her family next year. Then.
Yeah.
How's that?
I'm sure we could.
My wife will bring deviled eggs with peanut butter.
Or they would come up here, I'm sure.
And another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Are we going to continue to do this show?
Tonight?
No, forever. Is this it?
What do you want to do?
Is this the last show?
The ball's in your hand.
I'm a little bit buzzed right now, so I don't remember. Did I throw out the analogy of the two parents getting divorced?
Yeah.
We started to, and then we got interrupted by a liberal.
That's true. I did, yeah. Liberal son of a bitch. Send that money back. I'm kidding. Totally kidding, Dave.
He totally put that money into a.
He probably sent it straight to the
Sent it to
DRC.
Hillary.
He sent it straight to Hillary.
Yeah.
Bastard. No, anyway, I think this show is like two parents who both want to get divorced, but they want to make the other one the one who wants to get divorced, so that the kids don't like that person. So
No,
we're
I'm
the
not
parents.
worried about the Shiftheads not liking me, but other than that, I think you're right.
We're the parents, and the Shiftheads are the kids. No, I'm just saying that you seem like you don't want to do the show anymore.
You seem like you don't want to do the show. Here's what I was explaining to Tuna, how you operate.
Oh, great. He's going to...
How you
Okay, Dr.
operate.
Phil. Tell me, Dr. Phil.
All right? This is how you operate. You take on too much in your own life. Things get stressful. And then you're up and out. When it's time for you to quit, you quit. You don't care about anybody else's feelings or anything like that. So you've done that in the past. But now, this time around, you've changed your style a little bit, your tactics. Now you're trying, like, we were just joking about quitting, and you're like, oh, yeah, we don't mind. We could quit. I'll do this show myself tomorrow. You guys don't ever have to come over again. Or That's what I was thinking yesterday, but now since you brought up Thanksgiving, I'm thinking you're a little butthurt.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oof. Listen, did you see how you reacted?
You are an unbiased person.
Well, she's biased.
Well, she's biased, but she's look.
Third party.
You know, doing this show could be a pain in the ass, right?
Not for me. It's not
every time. Even her. I mean, she's like, "We're gonna do the show next week." She's like,
I'm just messing with you when I do that.
I mean, here's the thing.
We like it when we're here, but we don't like to go out and see. I go home and I nap, and I feel like shit when I wake up. And she's like, "Come on, we're gonna be on time," and I come over here, you know. But when I'm here, I'm having fun.
Right, and that's understandable. And I told you when you said you were gonna start doing this, coming over. I said, "Is that gonna last? Are you gonna be able to you want to keep coming over?"
If I was sitting at my house, I wouldn't want to do it either. And it's not that I don't want to do it, but I think we should take hiatuses once in a while.
Right.
And see, well, you know, when people start complaining and wanting us to...
Which doesn't happen.
Right, you know.
Even the people
and
that
I don't
love
know if
this.
anybody's seen the LeRoy and Earl shirt. But
LeRoy and Earl
you
t-shirts.
get your LeRoy and Earl shirts for, whatever. It's a bidding process.
Bidding process. Well, for me, it's like, this show is weird. It's a love-hate relationship. I'm like you. I love doing it, but I hate worrying about it. And I'm so fucking sick of Twitter. It's like
Stop Twitter, man.
Well, it's really the only place we can get free promotion. But it's so hard.
But is it working?
Well, kind of. I mean, we have the face of Dave, and there's a few other people, Kaya, who listens pretty regularly, retweets our stuff. There's a few other people. I'm sorry if I don't remember your names, but I guess it is. I guess it's so slow. Like I put out a tweet the other day. I'm gonna look it up here just so I can make myself
It
feel
is a slow process.
a little better.
But I think it'll get exponentially faster. The more people that become fans, the more exponential.
Exponentially.
Say it again.
Exponentially.
I like potential.
Exponentially.
Exponential.
Like most tweets that I put out, they'll have one retweet and one heart, and it's Dave.
Oh.
Sometimes they'll have a second heart, and it might be Kaya.
Who is now gonna completely put just
You are gonna make him blacklist us.
No, now I put out a tweet. It was the first tweet I'd done in a few days, and I put up a funny picture, and I tagged people in it. I tagged Vixen, some other people that do listen to the show. I tagged Michelle, and we got 3 comments, 4 retweets, and 14 hearts on that one. So
that's good.
It seems like if I tag people in it, but I don't want to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no,
tagging
just tag
people.
once in a while.
Yeah, so I'll keep doing Twitter, but I just.
Yeah, you just keep going on.
I don't know.
You're doing a good job, buddy.
Yeah,
big guy.
right. You guys don't help at all.
We drive over here.
That's true.
She does the news research.
It would seem really dumb considering we did all this, and you got the T-shirts and everything to quit. But when you send me a text like that, I think you're done. You don't really, and I know
there was nothing serious about that text.
Bullshit.
Was there?
He was messing with you. You're both just messing with each other.
I'm not. The reason why I respond the way I did is because if he really doesn't want to do it, you guys aren't having fun. I don't want to feel like I'm making you do it.
Yeah, but
That's
you
it.
sound like the type of chick that would be like, "Oh, you can leave if you want to. If you don't love me, then just leave." You know, like I'm just kidding.
If you don't love me, you can leave.
Like if you wouldn't have said anything or just laugh out loud, it would have been nothing.
Right, but you know, when you joke about something that I know has basis in reality, like I had to drag you kicking and screaming to come back and do this. You know that.
That was different circumstances.
Remember the you committed to doing a year, which would be up at the end of December.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's up to you and the Shiftheads to work out a better contract, man.
There's
I
no
want a
contract.
raise. I definitely want a raise.
We'll double your salary.
No, I want.
There's no contract coming.
I want health care.
So either you keep doing the show, or we don't do it. That's the thing. I mean.
Nope. That's
what
no
was
fun.
that noise?
That's no fun.
What? That?
Oh, I thought Earl farted again.
You know, it's no fun if you're just gonna let me go. That means you don't want me.
I'm not letting you go.
You just don't want me.
I just, when
Look,
you...
I brought the great
okay,
tuna
listen,
into this.
let's be serious for 1 second.
No.
Come on, man. Just for 1 second.
Son of a bitch!
If you guys ever get to the point where you really don't want to do it, let's just not do it. If it ain't fun for you, don't do it.
He's really trying to talk us into not coming back, isn't he? He's trying his
Not.
hardest. Why are you so stuck on this, man? Just forget about it. We quit,
Right.
we quit.
Have you played Black Ops 4 yet?
I don't know, no.
It's been out for months.
Have you played anything since you got the...
Nope. That's
A year ago when I
That's
talked you into getting an Xbox?
Yeah. I had to spend money I didn't have to get an Xbox One to get him to do the show again.
Yeah, like you don't spend money you don't have on a regular basis.
I don't even. I can't even get into that topic. Oh, hurts.
Well, get into this.
It hurts.
Are you kidding me?
We made that together.
Made what?
That's our baby.
Oh my gosh, are you? How far along are you?
4
4 weeks.
Fourth trimester.
Oh, you better be joking.
I lost the media player. I can't find it.
Anyways, man, I'm fine with going on. You know, we'll take little breaks here and there. It's fun. Really, it's like you said, it's the only family thing we have left.
Yeah, that's what I was
I never
telling
said
him.
that.
I like coming over here. I mean,
This is some crazy shit.
I enjoy seeing you and your wife and the kids and your dog.
Mostly your dog.
Mostly the dog.
The dog loves seeing you guys. That's for damn sure. No, I mean, can you seriously understand where I'm coming from? I don't want you to feel like you have to do this show. You don't have to do it.
We don't.
I would quit. If I didn't want to do it, I would quit. Calm down.
Do you guys need to, like, I feel like you need to renew your relationship, like,
No, we need to renew
your
the
vows
contract.
or something.
There's no contract.
Yes, there is.
I'm not buying anything.
You're going to have to fight
Not
for
doing
it.
anything.
Well, maybe you can't afford money,
January-
monetary, but you're going to have the Shiftheads pull together. And
January-
now you got to pay double because I got tuna
Right,
here,
I'm-
too.
I can put this out to the Shiftheads right now. January 1 comes around and your contract expires. It's up to them. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
See, that makes me feel hurt. He doesn't give a shit.
Why
Like, it
should
makes
I?
me feel like he's not wanted.
But
We're not wanted
you
here.
have constantly made me, like, beg you and slob your knob to get you to do this show.
You kind
Well, you deserved it.
Why? How did I
From
deserve
how
it?
you abruptly quit.
I
Do we got to rehash all this
no,
out?
please no, because we both are guilty of quitting.
No, I've never quit. When did I ever quit? You're the one that shut it down. I never quit.
It's been so long now, I actually don't remember.
That's because it never happened.
Okay, it didn't happen. So it's all my fault. Are we married? Wow, it feels like we're married. What I can't believe is, if white people and black people are the same, except for their pigment, they don't have any, genetic differences.
We've already discussed this. There's brains, different sizes.
So they are different.
There's different diseases that you get. Yeah, they're different.
So
Why would anybody think that only one thing has changed about a species or a race?
You are a racist.
It doesn't make you racist. It's just science. They're better at certain things than we are, and vice versa.
I just want to know why 12% of the American population is black, but 68% of the NFL is black. That's all I want to know.
Because they're better athletics. They're better athletes.
Are they? Or do they just get more scholarships to college?
I think they're better athletes. Why are white people quarterbacks?
Why?
They got better aim.
They're smarter?
They got better aim.
They got better aim. There we go. That's...
Wow.
Why are
They got better
black
aim.
wieners big?
Well, I just realized we've done a whole show, and he's just sitting there looking at us the whole time.
Who?
Ricky.
I haven't said anything.
Oh my God.
The whole show.
We missed you.
No Ricky, no Father James, no Saul Gorman. Wait, do you have something that you want to say, Ricky, at the end of the show here?
I do. I have a nursery rhyme for you. It's like a poem.
What?
A poem?
Yeah, it goes. There once was a fellow McSweeney who spilled some gin on his gin.
Jim?
Gin.
Start over. Hold on. I'm going to make this picture bigger.
Make it bigger, Ricky.
Make it bigger, Ricky. How do I make it bigger?
Picture, I
God
mean.
damn it. One of these days I'll get this right. Here we go. All right, Rick, do it.
There once was a fellow McSweetie who spilled some gin on his weenie. Just to be couth, he had added vermouth and slipped his girlfriend a martini.
And a Ruth.
That's funny for people who know what martinis are made out of, which is nobody that listens to this show.
Whatever. Suck my dick for the back.
Shut up. God. So that was Ricky Dixon. He's our intern. It's weird. I forgot he existed.
I missed Ricky.
Yeah, I forgot he existed.
Did he come to
I didn't
Thanksgiving?
even think about him one time.
I was going to come to Thanksgiving if Mr. Leroy made me stay in the bathroom.
I don't want him hanging out with my kids. You know? No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise my kids normal, not around Ricky.
I took a shit.
Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, I think we should close this down because we're way over what we normally do.
Is that your dog right there?
Where?
Is that, somebody let him out or something?
You put that there.
I didn't shit on your floor.
You
Is
put
there
that
poop
there.
over there?
Look, you didn't smell it. I kept smelling
Oh
it.
my
That ain't
god.
I know what my dog's poop looks like. It looks like plastic.
Maybe it was like one of your kids.
Yeah, my kids often just take a shit on the floor.
Does this look like plastic to
It is
you?
plastic. Yes.
That's a real piece of poop.
Yeah. You had me for a second. I'll give you that.
All right, let's quit.
Let's. I gotta find a cool song to get on out of here with. Where are we at here? I'm not playing that song again. It's a really cool
Screw
song,
you,
but it's
man.
really long.
You're never playing it again.
No, I didn't say would never play
Play
it again.
the Dee Snider song.
Dee Snider.
Isn't that who did the For the Love of Rock or whatever?
I'll find something here. So anyway, thanks for listening to the Leroy Earl Show. We're live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Here's Earl with your weather. It's going to be cold if you're near us.
What?
People in Florida will let you know, so you don't really need me.
I think we'll be back next week. I don't know. Are we doing a show next week?
Yeah, man.
We do not have a
Come
guest.
up off of your...
We have 2 guests in December. The 12th and the
Bring
19th.
some
No
maxi
guests.
pads for you.
Oh, God.
Do we have a guest next week?
No. No guests next week. If you look on Trello there,
Looking.
December 12th.
Yeah, what is our next guest?
December 12th is Victoria Mavis, the magician.
I'm excited about
That
that.
should
Yes.
translate real well.
Yeah. We had a magician before,
Well,
remember?
they have Skype, right? So they
yes,
can do tricks.
yes. I don't do phone anymore.
Good.
I canceled a guest because she couldn't do Skype. So
It's a shit stash.
it's shit stash. Look at that shit stash. All right, this has been the Leroy Earl Show. Go to LeRoyandEarl.com, which
Drop that in the toilet, by the
which
way.
I have to pay for the new year of LeRoyandEarl.com.
You should do it.
Should
Then we'll
I?
discuss quitting.
All right, I have a bad feeling, I have a deep sinking feeling in my gut about that. So anyway,
It's better than a deep sinking feeling in your butt.
wow. All right, we'll see you next week. I think.
Insecure.
We'll
be here.
All right, we'll be here next
Do you
week.
love me?
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. It's the adult cartoon of podcasts. This is a kick-ass show, and as an authority on adult cartoons, I would know.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show.
Shit on your carpet.
Shit. It was plastic.
Chaz from Miami. Oh, I got shit on my face. Love me black waiters too.
I want to say thanks to all the Shiftheads who came out to the Shifthead event. Dildano, Dr. Brown, Shifthead Tom, Face of Dave, and all of Dr.
Actually, I would
Brown's
like
friends.
to thank Face of Day for not showing up.
Your liberal views. No, we don't want to get in a feud with that guy. Because if we do, he owes us $58. I don't know what to say. Anyway,
That's for his kid, man.
that's true. It's for
So,
parking. That's for parking.
Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be a liberal.
Liberal kid.
Hopefully he comes out to be a... Can we make a name for people like us? Middleists?
Middleists. How about sensiblest?
Sensiblists. Realists?
Realist?
Realists? Oh, they already have a name for that.
Just conservative. Whatever.
I don't know. We gotta change the narrative. Isn't that what they would say? Change the narrative?
Let's change the narrative. The show is over.
Can we just change the history books?
All right, we're done. Which button do I need? Here we go.
Stop.